Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while. I have had computer issues and other issues. My life is really, really hard. But I'm back to pump out the quality content. I think Chimpster says that. I've never watched one of his videos, with the volume on or to the end. But since the tournament section, oh yeah, it's in full swing right now. We've got a ton of shit going on. We've got a Smoking Tour. Top 16 of Season 19. We've got Smoking Classic, which is fucking amazing. I love it. We've got World Cup of Pokemon coming up. You have no idea how hyped I am for that. Especially since all the old great players that I used to jerk off to when I was 14, they're coming back. I will also be uploading some guides, and believe me, I'm very well qualified to be your instructor. Reminds me, I was watching this Friends episode the other day where the one with all the resolutions and shit, and Chandler's not allowed to make fun of them for like a week, otherwise he pays Ross like $50. And Phoebe's teaching Joey a weird way to, her weird way of, gripping the guitar to play chords, and Chandler's like, what an interesting approach to guitar instruction. It's way funnier than I made it sound just now, trust me. And yes, I know Friends is gay. Friends is the chick flick of sitcoms. Shut the fuck up. Friends is amazing. So, that was really related to what I was going on, but yeah, guides. Because in ADV and DPP Open, it has been breaking my heart to see the same teams recycled all over and over again. Like, I was like, I don't know what the fuck this team does. I got it from some guy. And I thought, it would be cool if some people had a resource, sort of a... I almost said something really gay, like guiding hand. Thank God I didn't do that, right? But, just like I would run through some things like, what to look out for in ADV teams, how to make your own, so, you're not shit out of luck if you can't get some guy to give you one. And how to not blame the gen and improve your plays instead. So I saw a lot of that too. And I mean, when I say build your own teams, I'm not saying you have to revolutionize metagames that have been around for a hell of a long time. But if you build, like, even in GSC, you'll build some team, oh yeah, this is sick, and then some guy swoops in, oh yeah, fucking Borat built this in 2005, nice work. No, but if you build it yourself, like, you go through the process of, adding your synergy to shit, and, you'll feel better with it. Even if you do have the same 6 dudes as the others, because, it's about the journey. And, even if you, say you stole some GSC team, then a year later, you built the same thing all on your own, but you, came up with it a different way, and you might even have come up with certain ways to play it that, it really helps when in the actual battle. So, I think I will do that, starting with ADV, because it's kind of, I almost said not as accessible, which I guess is kind of true, but it's like, man, what the fuck, Doug Trio killed 4 of my fucking Pokemon? How the fuck is this fair? Or why is T-Tar sweeping my fucking team? It flinches all my shit. This is retarded. Just things like that. So, yeah, so today, I have, some very special battles for you, that I actually haven't decided at the time I'm narrating this. I have to go find some, but I promise they're really fucking good. So I decided that we would go with the best of 3 finals for the most recent No Johns tournament. It's a standard tournament in whatever tiers the host sees fit. The only thing is that the deadlines are like 3 days. So this format is ADV, DPP, Black and White, best of 3. So the finals are 2 Frenchies, Reymedy against Leftiez. We see 2 T-Tar leads. And Reymedy's looks to be banded, going straight for the kill turn 1 and doing a nasty chunk to Swamp at almost 40%, and that is a lot in a bulkier gen like ADV. You do 40% to something in Oris and you're the weakest shit on the block. So Heracross comes into Pert, and he's going to be doing a lot of damage to whatever comes in, unless Leftiez has a Wishmense, which, you know, I wouldn't rule it out, but at the same time, it's not really likely. Even Scarm isn't safe because Focus Punch fucking crushes it, and there's always the threat of Magneton, of course. There is a Salamence. We're going to see how much that is also banded. So Reymedy is, you know, going straight for the choice bands. Big hits. We see leftovers, but I don't think that's Wish. It's not bulky enough. It's probably Mixed or Dragon Dance. Very good powers of deduction on mine, considering those are pretty much the only options there. So we see HP Flying. If that isn't what it uses for stab, the only other hidden power it would ever use is Grass, which that clearly isn't. So DD Mets. As Reymedy's own Swampert, you know, is going to throw out. No, he's going to switch out. As Leftiez goes to pert back into Heracross for another banded Megahorn. Very nice move on his end. The only thing about Heracross is that it has a nasty tendency to die to Dugtrio, which is really dangerous. But Leftiez' team is not, you know, looking like a real great place for a Doug. He doesn't really make great use of it for a team based on physical sweepers, which, you know, with DD Mets and DD, what I'm assuming is DD Tar, then, you know, not a bad guess. I mean, he could totally be running something else. He could be running just a stall team that happens to have a DD Mets, or something like that. But, you know, it would make sense in this play style. So Reymedy wants to keep his Swampert healthy for the T-Tar and the likely Aerodactyl backing it up, so he goes to Porygon 2, which is also a great physical Salamence counter. Well, it counters pretty much most Salamence as long as it doesn't run into a Choice Banded Brick Break. And he does not recover. He instead goes for Toxic and Immunity Snorlax, which is the better ability. You're 99% of the time, Thick Fat is not good. There are some specific cases where it's cool, but no, you want immunity exactly for situations like that. I mean, I'm not saying that the Snorlax would be living forever, or, like, it would be cutting into Snorlax's longevity here, when it's clearly not that much of an issue, but it would have made this sort of a pain in the ass. Snorlax, you know, confirms, you know, physical offense. There's probably a Magneton on Leftiez' end. And he goes for EQ with Lax as T-Tar misses, which, you know, it wouldn't have done... Well, it would have done a lot, considering it's a +1 fucking Snorlax. For a Bander, you know, you would expect it to do a billion if you're new. But, no, yeah, he's forced into a second Rock Slide, and Leftiez, you know, makes use of his good fortune and keeps his Snorlax healthy, so he can come into the Porygon 2, which is pretty much forced to recover here. And I mean, he's not in danger of being DD Ments swept, but it wouldn't be able to counter Ments, which means he would have to use Swampert for it, and then T-Tar and Arrow would kind of give him problems. So he is forced to recover here, and Snorlax comes in, and Reymedy's kind of in trouble. You know, Heracross can't really switch into Body Slam, although its Brick Breaks are fucking nasty. And we see double status Porygon 2. Now that's cool. And Porygon 2's role on this team is, I assume, after Heracross gets Dugtrio'd, then, you know, you take that Dougie out. Usually people like to Dougie, other Dougie locked into Aerial Ace when they're running Hera, but, you know, Porygon 2's cool too. You know, although Dugtrio has the advantage of, you know, revenge killing things that just barely survive, that aren't in the air, obviously. So, Remedy's got to play for some luck of his own. He doesn't have to fear paralysis, as Leftiez is going for Return. Which, it's a cool option sometimes, like, most notably against Salamence that try to intimidate you, like Banded sets. But, since the power, that's like the only situation I've come across where you really want the extra power. And I mean, you're usually beating Salamence anyway. So, full para is not coming his way. Porygon 2 gets back up to full, but he has to concede a curse. So he's going to most likely sack Tyranitar here to return, maybe hoping for another curse so he can go for some para flinching. But Heracross is in, and even with +1 defense, I think something's dying here. If we are to assume that the last two are Magneton and Aerodactyl, yep, there's Salamence sack. Nothing wanted to come into that Banded Brick Break. That would have fucking... I mean, It wouldn't have killed, God no, but it would have done a ton. There's Arrow, and nice use of a Magneton here. I like Magneton on this team, since, you know, it clears out Scarm for Harris Megahorns to fucking cream everything. And also goes in with the whole, you know, Doug comes in, you know, Porygon 2. Very nice. And Magneton's resists, I find, are often very underrated, as that Thunderbolt fucking cleaves Snorlax. That Snorlax needs better EVs, because that should not be doing that much. I mean, imagine how much Zapdos is doing, you know, think about it like that. But, you know, full para, he kills Magneton. But what's cool about Mag is that he resists a lot of shit. You know, Electric Steel is not bad. I mean, he resists, like, almost everything Gengar wants to do. He resists Aerodactyl's attack, 3 of Aerodactyl's 4 attacks, HP flying for Menses, on banned Menses everywhere, you know, Rock Slides that are often choice. So, you know, if he's not really, you know, killing Scarms or anything, he can, you know, throw a wrench in your opponent's plan, because your opponent's like, oh yeah, I really need to kill that Magneton switch or it'll screw me up. You know, no one takes Mag as a serious threat. But, you know, it can be kind of really fucking obnoxious. Anyway, so, Magneton does die. He does take Lax out, and we see Reymedy is running the McMegan Swampert, which is Rest Protect. The idea is, you know, Swampert's 4th slot is kind of arbitrary. I mean, Hydro is nice for Gengar, but usually you want Protect because it heals fucking awesomely. Hey, Magneton last. I am really good. And I haven't watched these replays yet, by the way. I didn't catch them live, and I haven't watched the replays for myself. So, anyway, so Flygon last. Nice, nice, nice. I like Flygon a lot. Anyway, he dodges Toxic, and he goes for it again. I missed a couple turns as Flygon switched to Mag, and Perkins switched nicely as Swampert was fighting against each other. The Swamperts were fighting against each other. Anyway, the idea behind Rest Protect is, you know, protect to keep yourself healthy and scout HP grasses and toxics and shit. And then you can rest up and try to be healthy enough to hold off DD Tar and Arrow late game. Anyway, so that was, you know, the death of Flygon. I personally would have switched to Porygon 2 because it can take those double edges. And now, even Magneton's annoying, assuming it has HP Grass. I mean, he can switch to Swampert. He can pivot into that at some point, especially since the likelihood of HP Grass isn't great. I mean, you should watch out for it, but, you know, it's more likely that it has Fire, for example. Although, you know, some people will say, oh, no, Grass is the definitive hidden power on Magneton. And for some sets, yeah, but on Lefties, I like it on Endure, Salig with Screech. That's cool, because, you know, you're walled by you keep Swampert out, and when you lure Celebi out, you Screech and you kill it with Doug. Even if it's really bulky. Anyway, so Flygon goes down for what I thought was nothing. I mean, the Toxic mess sucked, but, I mean, after he got the Toxic on it, I would have switched. Since Porygon 2 is only falling to Arrow if there's a fuckload of spikes and it's getting flinched. Oh, the Magneton is Salic Berry. I could have sworn I saw leftovers. Going a little fast for me. But, yeah, Porygon 2 manages to beat the Magneton at full health with little help from full paras. But, T-Tar's in. And T-Tar is really fucking scary. So, I really usually am not comfortable taunting, fucking statusing DD-Tar with Porygon 2 because it can easily taunt and just fuck your day up. But he lands a Toxic on it, and he can feasibly, you know, outstall it with recovers. I mean, he has also got a Heracross to sack, since Toxic Porygon 2 and Rest Swampert can outstall his Swampert. Lefty's a Swampert. So he's got to be really careful. That poison is going to take its toll. He's going to sack... Oh, no, he's going to go right to Swampert here on the Rock Slide. Nice use of the resist. But I would keep it healthy because that Arrow, man, I would sack the hair. This Earthquake's gonna... Oh, that's even worse. Jesus, HP Grass DD Tar is a great set. And now Earthquake is a guaranteed kill. So, now Arrow, you know, just kind of fucking wins. Well, I guess it doesn't win. It needs some luck to win. Like, a lot of luck. Well, I mean, Rock Slide is a 27% chance to flinch when you factor in accuracy. So he's going to Toxic with Pert, or Toxic V Pert, and bring it down. I don't know. I guess he's going to leave it a little lower than 84% for Arrow to flinch. That's cool. It's better to work with since Hera will get fucked up. He's going for freezes, I guess. He should freeze if it's already at 83, or freeze Ice Beam, or if he senses... Although, Recover is 32 PP, it's not like he's going to run out. Oh! That's also Rest. Whew. So, we're seeing the merits of Rest Protect Swampert, which is going to easily stall Porygon 2 out of 16 Ice Beams. Never mind, I foolishly assumed Protect, but Rest Talk is still a great set. He has to get in Hera, but at the same time it doesn't kill. And let me remember how much... Oh yeah, it's not really at the point where it wants to switch into attacks. So he's gonna get stalled out by this Swampert. It's not gonna help if Ice Beam crits like it did there. Well, that's pretty minor, all things considered. I guess he's gonna try to get Heracross in on a rest turn. There's a freeze. In all honesty, I think Leftiez had this anyway, because, you know, if Porygon 2 gets stalled out, and, you know, Arrow can always pull a Miracle. Oh, there's a Thaw, so I guess we will see if Swampert's gonna stall it out. There we see the nice power behind CV Megahorn. The resist just crumples, and Swampert barely holds on. Jesus. Oh my goodness, that might be Swarm Hera. I'm not sure on the calc since I don't use banned Hera very much. Generally you want guts, so, you know, any attempts to will-o-wisp, you're just like, well, thank you. And toxic too and shit, but, you know, swarm, you know, for almost help there, you know, 4% away from winning, so. Lefty's gonna take game 1, ADV. We're gonna move on to the DPP one next. As soon as this fucking Porygon dies. There we go. So, we're gonna see Gyarados face off against Dragonite. This is incredibly exciting. Gyarados' lead is, you know, it can do whatever it wants, really. But the French set is Sub DD Ice Fang, which this is very much not. That is Life Orb Ice Fang. And all thoughts of Yachi DD are out the window as Dragonite crumbles. We'll never find out if it was banded or mixed. How will I survive? Anyway, Rotom comes in for the revenge killing, comes Electivire. There's no fucking way that worked. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. Well, if it uses Meditate, never mind, there's a Swampert, that's gone. And judging from the nickname Badoosh, I'm guessing that is Specs. Specs Swampert, it sounds like some gimmicky bullshit. Why is that of HP Grass? I hate it when electrics use HP Grass, because then, I guess Electivire at least has ice coverage, but goddamn. And I guess Lefties is known for using Swampert a little. Anyway, Spec Swampert is actually legit because it like fucking hammers Rotom and Skarmory mainly and shit like that. It sounds stupid, but it's really nice on paper. So Electivire kills 2 Mons before going down. Very nice. And this is going really fast. I feel like I've missed so much, but you know, there's you can't really get too deep about this one so far, I think. Lefties are using a pretty French offensive team, and I was going to say that the Gyarados, which comes back out, intimidates the Rotom. Now Sucker Punch will do no damage. The French lead, I believe, is Sub DD with Lum to fuck with Roserades and Machamp and the odd Smeargle, because that's a great lead. Fuck Jirachi. In comes Snorlax, named after McMegan because he's fat as fuck. I'm taking nothing from Thunderbird. I'm kidding. McMegan is skinny as hell. He needs more nourishment. Anyway, so Reymedy is, you know, championing the underdogs here. Electivire and Snorlax. And Heatran comes in, which is not a great Snorlax, which in all things considered. So who knows? Maybe Reymedy is bringing out this Pokemon's full potential. No, he switched to his own Heatran. What a faggot. This really depends on sets. Heatran versus Heatran is never set in stone. But I'm guessing he's either scared of Earth. Well, of course he's fucking scared of Earth Power. Scared of Shuka or Scarf or Special Defense or... we're about to find out. Oh, it's Pasho, so it's just standard Passo rocks. I usually don't like Earth Power on Pasho unless I'm really struggling with Special Defense Trance install, but... Alright, so he's got a Pasho Rotom. Let's see if he tricks that away and gets the Snorlax's leftovers. That would be pretty sick. No, he just goes for a Thunderbolt. What a pussy. So, Snorlax can pursue, but it usually doesn't because that means it can't self-destruct, which really sucks. But, so, since Pursue isn't exactly... He's not, like, threatening to Oko with Crunch like a T-Tar would or something, so he can stay in and batter away with Thunderbolts. He gets a Para, full Para, very nice, very French. Oh, he used Rest. There goes that. So we still don't know what set Lefties' Swampert is. Fucking Heatran, I mean. I would assume it has rocks, since the Swampert doesn't, and Infernape most likely doesn't. So Breloom comes in on the Thunderbolt spam. I guess that was in case he switched to... Oh! He has HP Ice. Oh, HP Ice Rotom isn't bad at all. I mean, I expected Shadow Ball too, but it's definitely a good pick for DD Knight. You know, hitting some Gliscors and Flygons and some weakened grass dudes. So Heatran's gonna abuse the Scarf and go first with Fire Blast. Now it's a kind of weird mind game if he goes to Heatran here, but I guess he's not really threatened by Tran and rocks aren't up, so he can just go to Gyarados or Snorlax. So there's no real downside to Fire Blasting here. Lefties knows this, so he goes to his own Tran. So, where is we gonna see Gyarados or Snorlax? There's Gyarados, because he kind of brings the pain. You know, with Rocks up, DD Life Orb, that Rotom's gonna die since it doesn't have Scarf anymore. And Explosion will not kill after the Intimidate. Yeah, if he DD'd there, you know, HP Electric won't kill, but it'll make it. Oh, why didn't he DD? What the shit? I guess he was really scared of Explosion. Why didn't he at least Waterfall? What the shit? So he switches Tran into the Thunderbolt, and Tran will die to Rocks now, so I guess he's just gonna, you know, HP Ice. Oh no, he's not HP Ice, he's not Scarf originally, he's Pasha, so he's just gonna Fire, move away. He can also explode if he has really balls, or Earth. Whoa! Wow, that was impressive. Are we gonna see setup from the last guy? It could be, oh. Wow. Turns out I'm right, there is setup from the last guy, but not something that really loves to be locked in Earth Power. Oh, it's fucking Shuka. But wait, there's a Snorlax. But wait, it's fucking sleeping. Well, there's also Gyarados, who won't die unless there's HP Electric, which is usually not seen because Grass Knot tends to be better. Although HP Electric, you know, it's not a bad choice. Although you will cry when you get fucking walled by Suicune. So Hydro is dishing out a lot of damage. The Shuka's gone, so he can just Earthquake away. And Rotom is at a healthy... Oh, it dies to Rock, so yeah, he can Earthquake away. Forgot how healthy it was. But yeah, it died to Rocks. So it might have been better to... it might have been a little greedy going to Tran. I mean... Very nice on Remedy's end for predicting it, but I wouldn't have since Rotom dying to Rocks. I guess it's nice to have Death Fodder, but at the same time it was kind of pointless. Especially since Remedy's Tran died to Rocks. So it's not like he needed fodder for it. So Snorlax is outstalling these 8 Hydro Pumps. What a monster, this fat fuck. Grass Knot should be like 600 base power on Snorlax, I think. I wonder how much low kick does to it. I mean, it obviously fucking obliterates it, but... So, Hydro not missing. I wish I could never miss a Hydro Pump. Not salty, though. No. I realize I'm saying a lot, and I'm trying to work on that. But, I just did instead. But, I haven't done this for a while, so bear with me. So Snorlax is, I think he's out of Hydro Pumps now, or maybe he's just trying to crit Hydro Pump on the turn he wakes up. Or no, I'm looking too deep into it. There's no logic other than there are no more fucking Hydro Pumps left. So Thick Fat is, as opposed to ADV, Thick Fat is the superior ability in this generation. Since there are Fire Blasts from Heatran being thrown around, and you know, Ice Beams at every corner, like not like he didn't take those Ice Beams in ADV, but they were usually significantly less powerful. So, it's mainly the fire resist though, as Heatran is top dog and etc. So Snorlax is going to beat this Empoleon unless there's a freeze. Oh, Torrent Hydro Pump! Oh, crit, would have fucking... No, wouldn't have. And then Rotom dies to Rocks. Black and White's the decider, boys. Oh, I fucking love this tier. What could possibly go wrong here? Nice work, Reymedy. Let's get it. Alright, well, usually Sand versus Rain, as we see here, is boring as shit because Spike's Arena just fucking rolls over everything. We see some very unique things here. For example, Remedy's got a Zapdos, and Leftiez has an HP Ice or Fire Rotom Wash, which takes me back a couple of years as he gets spored and eats a Chesto Berry. What is this, 2011? He's, also, notably, got a Stoutland, which is cool, and a Metagross. Lefties like CB Metagross because fucking hits things very hard. So are we going to see a Volt Switch to keep momentum? We're going to see him go for the assured kill. We're going to see something in between with Hydro Pump. So great advantage for Leftiez right off the bat, since he can just Volt Switch out. So that Rotom is pretty fast and the Jirachi's pretty slow. So it's defensive, it's good to know, which makes Hippo like even more of an easy switch. And we see Wish. Are we going to see Wish to Breloom? I think it might die to an Earthquake, so he's got to be wary, or is he going to go right to Toad? Oh, he's going to go to Garchomp, so he's not really making use of the Wish. I think we're going to see a cautionary Earthquake from Leftiez, yup. So Garchomp's back at full. Is he going to go to Breloom now? I would do that. That would make sense, since Leftiez is just going to go for Rocks. He's going to get his own Rocks up. I guess that's cool too. Oh, and I would have gotten raped, as he just went for the Ice Fang, so nice thinking on Leftiez's end. You might want to go to it now, and he's going to Toxic. I am not on today. This takes a ton of Rocky Helmet damage, and he finally gets his own Rocks. Lefty's not having a spinner means, oh yeah, okay, you know, I'll get my Rocks, that's cool. Now we can go to Politoed with Garchomp, out of Garchomp, I assume. I would go to, yep, there's Toad. Named after short French general dude. That Earthquake did way too much. I think that's an offensive Politoed. Or it's specially defensive, but I don't... yeah, no Lefties. So, Rotom is fast, and it's pretty strong, so it's probably not got a hell of a lot of bulk. I mean, its defensive stats are great, but its HP just sucks. Okay, so it takes a Scald. I guess that's Scarf. You know, Scald is good on Scarf, you know, burning Ferrothorns and shit. And, you know, Rotom is one of the best Pokemon at, you know, getting status and still being a total prick to fight. In comes Zapdos. No, it doesn't have Lightning Rod. And holy shit, that Hydro Pump hurts. If it's fast enough, we might see another death here. I would guess that the hidden power is Fire on Rotom to clear out Ferrothorn for Stoutland and Metagross. That's cool, that's cool. Anyway, the Zapdos is faster, and he's going to finish it off with a T-Bolt. Unfortunately, he is in Rock's range, and Stoutland could probably pursue it if he really wanted to, but you don't really want to. And Latios is going to come, and if it's got Surf, that Jirachi is not going to be very well off. He's going to have to sack something, and Psyshock will clear Tentacruel's fucking face off. And he misses Draco Meteor. Cool. Something like Calm Mind, Latios would just straight out sweep right now. Draco Meteor hits. Ooh. That's rough. That is very rough. And there go Rocks. I mean, not like he can't set him up again with Hippo, but he suffered for those Rocks, man. He could have blocked a spin, too, by going to Ferrothorn. If he predicted correctly. Or hell, he could have gone to Hippo. Like he does here. That was a pretty unfortunate miss. That would have killed. Oh, the Scald hits. He is physically defensive Hippo, and those Rocks are not going back up. So, Zapdos will live to see another turn. So, are we going to see another switch? Or is he going to go to Pharaoh? Oh, man, playing Scald games with Pharaoh, that's really fun. I loved it. I love it when that happens. Oh, there's Burn. Scald is a great move, guys. I'm really fond of it. It's an awesome thing to have around in all metagames. And in comes Toad into Pharaoh. Oh! That's creative. Oh my god, was he banded? That's awesome. Whoa, I don't know what he was going for there, but that's pretty cool. He gets his Sand. And he switches to Latios? What did he drag? Well, I guess it's pretty likely he has, yeah, that's a nice move there, because it's got Toxic and Rocky Helmet. You know, it's probably bulky, meaning it has Dragon Tail, and there's no way he was going to Dragon Tail and let Hippo heal up. So, Breloom comes in to die to Draco Meteor. And, that expects Latios, judging from the insane amount of damage it did to Tentacruel and lack of Life Orb. So, in comes Metagross into Jirachi. And this is kind of a conundrum, because Wish Protect Jirachi is exceedingly good at fucking with choice users. As you see there, I guess maybe he thought it was Wish Calm Mind Jirachi. But this Jirachi is the game winner. I guess he's not risking it getting tricked or something. Yep, as he goes to Zapdos. And that's pretty much game, I think, because there's no way. I mean, Hippo's gonna die to Iron Head. is it like it's at like 2%, and fucking Stoutland can't break through it unless it gets like a Fire Fang crit flinch burn. That would be pretty fun, actually. I hope that happens. Oh, we see HP Fire. Yeah, Smith, Jirachi, DPP, hell, even ADV sub teams. DPP in black and white, it just shuts down guys like these so hard. I mean, if Lefties had gotten a bunch of spikes down with Ferrothorn, like a regular Ferrothorn set would have been fucking danger. But you know, creativity isn't always good. Although I definitely applaud, using offensive Ferrothorns. It does have some very cool options. Although I think Curse might be a little more practical. And there goes Hippo, and Jirachi's going to finish Stoutland for the game. So congrats to Reymedy. Very nicely done. Very well done to Lefties as well. Both guys awesome players. French. So thank you guys so much for watching, and also for the 200 subscribers, even though I haven't uploaded videos in a couple months. So yeah, I will be coming at you with more content. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely fucking day.